Amazon products that I keep reaching for day after day. No impulse buys, no gimmicks, no hauls for the sake of having a haul, but these are items that I actually use time and time again. Hi, I'm Monica. Welcome to Life Plus 3. I love to share hauls, things I love to buy, things I don't like to buy, and just share my honest opinion and reviews with you. If that's something you'd be interested in, please like and subscribe below. With that, let's get started. The first category is home. I mentioned before, I go to the gym, my husband goes to the gym, my husband plays soccer, my son plays soccer, my daughters do swimming, and we have a big golden retriever. This is Reggie, and I figure I'd introduce him to the channel as well. My point being is we go through a lot of laundry every day. If you know anything about gyms and sports and dogs, the laundry can stink. And something that I love are these laundry beads. Now, specifically, these are the 2 scents that I absolutely love. The first one is the Unstoppables number 6, and the top note is clove and leather and ebony wood, and it just smells so good. I'm awful with describing scents, so I'm not gonna try to do that. But the other one is a Downy Light Ocean Mist, and at first, it might not seem like much. It just seems like maybe, I don't know, that cotton, linen, fresh laundry scent. It has a lot of staying power. My friends are constantly asking me, your clothes smell so good. Now there's a lot of items that I've recently decluttered and asked my friends if they wanted it, and I have gotten so many compliments about the fact that my clothes smell so good. And this is what I use. I will say I use a little more heavy-handed on things like sheets and fluffy towels that I really want to smell good. I try not to overdo it because I have at times and it just smells like it's a little too strong. So start off with a little bit, see what your preference is, and obviously it depends on the load size, but these are great. I actually use the matching scent with the dryer sheet, and I cannot find these in store. So Amazon has been a go-to. And this is a Downy Light, also in the Ocean Mist, but these are mega sheets, and I just wanted to show you how big. So this is the size of it, and then this is the size of a regular laundry sheet that I have. So as you can see, it is significantly bigger. So again, I use this on like bigger loads, I use this on blankets, I use this on towels, and gym clothes too. Anything to cover the stink. Next, every woman needs a good water bottle. Every single time my husband laughs at me when I come home with the new perfect water bottle. And he's like, what's great about this one and what was wrong with your last one? And if you know, you know. There's different occasions and different needs. And it makes drinking water a little more fun. So the one that I've been using probably for the longest period of time is a Hydro Jug. I was a big Stanley person, but at first I hated that the straw was, you couldn't close it and it would always spill for me. And I couldn't just throw it in my bag. And then the new Stanley came out, but I just didn't like the handle. I couldn't put it in a purse or a bag. It took up too much space. So the Hydro Jug is the best of both worlds. Now, you might be a Wallow person, you might be a Hydro Flask person, but honestly, I love the Hydro Jug. I never get that gross metallic taste that some water bottles leave behind. There's not a million parts to take apart, and things don't get stuck and moldy. So this is really my go-to. It's dishwasher safe because that is a must. And there's very little pieces. It's just the straw and this. So, I love it. It keeps my drinks cold. I could throw it in my bag. I don't have to worry about it leaking. It fits in the cup holder. And this one is the 32 ounce in sweet cherry. And so they have different prints, whatever you like. And I actually prefer the top handle than I do the side handle. So I don't use the side handle when I'm drinking. I just drink this way and then I carry it if needed. I'm trying to go fast, but I love to talk, but I have a lot of items to get through, so I need to stay concise and quick. The next one is the Portland syrup, and this is a brown sugar simple syrup. In the summer, I love iced coffees in the afternoon. And I'm not gonna make my own brown sugar simple syrup like the coffee shop I used to go to. And so this one is great because it has minimal ingredients. Literally, it's filtered water, brown sugar, organic cane sugar, and that's it. This is a new bottle. I've had my old one for a long time. And what I do is I actually pour this into another container that I have, and I keep it in the fridge. The recipe's all over TikTok, and I just alter it to my liking, and it saves me a lot of money, and it is delicious. And again, it's different than, the other syrups that are at the store that have so many chemicals and so many ingredients, and it tastes really artificial. This tastes really good and gets me that authentic coffee shop flavor that I'm really going for. Next items are sunscreen. I have to admit, for most of my life, I did not use sunscreen. And as I've gotten older and wiser, and you see the pictures later on of the sun damage and what it can do for your skin, I've wised up. The thing is, I don't want to put on a separate sunscreen. If I have to do that, I'm really not likely to use it. So I like to use sunscreen in products that double as something else. The first thing I like is the Kiehl's Better Screen UV Serum. And I use this as a serum, and there's no white cast. And so it doesn't feel like a sunscreen. I use it under my moisturizer. And Kiehl's is a really good skincare brand. I don't use them all on the same day. I use it depending on what I'm wearing that day. If I'm having a no makeup day, I've been loving this one. It's the Alastin Skincare Hydratint Pro Mineral Sunscreen. And this is SPF 36. This is always in dermatology offices. Blends right in, and this will give me like a little bit of coverage, and it'll just give me that dewy, even complexion look. Darker, it blends right in, there's no white cast, and it just gives me that dewy, healthy glow. So on those no makeup days, I use this as a tinted moisturizer, and I might put some like concealer under my eyes, and boom, that is it. And it's a beautiful, healthy, radiant looking skin. I would say if you're oily, this might not be for you. I have an oily T-zone and I'm a little bit drier or normal actually elsewhere, and this works great for me. And then I use a Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen SPF 50 on days that I don't want to wear this SPF in my skincare, but I use this as a primer. It gives you that pore filling, blurred look, glides on so quick, and it has such a soft and smooth like silicone feel, so that it's a great first base for your makeup to go on top, and it interacts really well with makeup as well. So protect your skin, especially your face. Premature aging products have worked really well for me, and sunscreen is important, so put it on. Is amlactin. Now I have KP, which is Keratosis pilaris chicken skin. And those are those tiny like little red dots. Some people get them on their arms, their thighs, their butt, different areas of their body. This is a really great lotion that it's not scented or anything. It's 12% lactic acid to help exfoliate the dead, clogged skin. I've been using this for years, and I don't have any of those bumps anymore, those red bumps on my arms. I also use a wash and sometimes a scrub in the shower, but I always follow up with this lotion. And if you have any dry skin anywhere, that lactic acid, that AHA, helps exfoliate that dead skin and have smoother skin. So highly recommend this one as well. 10 Skin Solution. This is for ingrown hair, razor bumps. If you're shaving a lot in the summer, like so much, and it irritates your skin, especially like your bikini line. And so you get those bumps, you get that irritation, and this will burn a little, I'm not gonna lie. It's not egregious, but it'll burn a little depending on if you have like that exposed skin. And I got this in the roller ball, so it's just really easy to apply. I don't have to put on a cotton round or anything. It works really well to prevent ingrown hairs and to treat ingrown hairs. Also use it under your arms or wherever else you get irritated from that frequent shaving. 10 Skin, highly recommend. Secure Illuminating Nail Concealer. Don't like getting my nails done in the salon. I don't find it relaxing. It's expensive. It's just one of those areas that I don't enjoy, so I don't do it. I'm lazy. I'm lazy when it comes to my nails. This is really easy to apply. I don't have to wait super long for it to dry. It's light, it's opaque, so I don't have to worry about being perfect in my application. And it lasts a good amount of time, and it's a nail conditioner, and it's for damaged, yellowing nails. Whether you use polish a lot and don't let your nails breathe, I think it's really pretty, and it's very subtle. And I love this. It's a little pricey in my opinion, but I have this and one other color that I use, and I really like the look of it. And it's quick, it's simple, it lasts, and when it does chip, you don't notice it as much because it's opaque, because it's a lighter color, and it's really good for your nails. It says you don't need a top coat, but I still use a top coat with it just because I like that extra shine and I feel like it seals it in. I'm using this one all summer and I really like it. Another smelly item. This is a Josie Maran Golden Hour fragrance mist. A fragrance mist, the body mist is much lighter and it's much less potent. And this one it smells so good. I don't even know how to describe the scent. It's definitely summer, but it's not that like suntan lotion or coconutty summer. Warm, it's very light. It's just a really good fragrance mist. And as you can see, I've used a good portion of it. I've already repurchased it. I highly recommend this one. It is a beautiful, beautiful scent. I know fragrance is very personal, but this one I think is universally just really good. This item are these Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize. These are pricey for an eyeshadow stick. And are humidity proof, transfer proof, waterproof. And something about Charlotte Tilbury, she just does her tones and her undertones really, really well. I have the Cocoa Cherry Sculpt, which is out of stock right now. I have the Chestnut Sculpt, and I also have the bronzed garnet. And you can just use one of these shadows and you could just apply it with your finger and it'll look beautiful. I use a brush, but you could do either or. It's that quick. Do the Cocoa Cherry Sculpt. Let's do a strip here. And you can use these as eyeliners. This is the Chestnut Sculpt, so it's a darker brown. And then this one is bronzed garnet. So you can see the colors. They really spread very easily. But then once they set, they're locked into place. And these are really, again, beautiful undertones, beautiful coloring, and you could choose which one works for your skin complexion and the eye look that you go for. But these are really worth it. I take a little smudger brush and I also wear it under my eyes and in the eye line too. And today I have on the Cocoa Cherry Sculpt with my look today. I love these. I mean, I know it's a little bit more than a regular eyeshadow stick, but they will last you a long time. They're easy application, they're long staying powder, and they're just beautiful tones. So I highly recommend these. The next one is this L'Oreal Lumi Bronze Stick, and I have it in the color 120 Copper Bronzette. And this is a really easy makeup look, an everyday radiant bronze glow. It's not sparkly or shimmery, but it has that radiant, youthful appearance to it. It is very easy to work with. It's not super pigmented and it blends really easily and it gives you that healthy flush glow for summer. And because it's in the stick, it's really portable. It's easy to take with you. And I actually have it on today. So it's inexpensive, it works really well, and it's just a soft everyday look. Thin-haired galleys, this is your best friend. This is the second one I have because as my hair color changes, I get new ones. This is a scrunchie. And I have used this so many times. There are occasions where I've gone to weddings, girls' night out, or I just want my hair off of my neck and I have thin hair. I used to have long, thick, beautiful hair when I was younger. And as I've gotten older, have kids, my hair has just been increasingly thinning. And so if I put it in a ponytail, it's pretty thin, right? But this, and I'm just gonna show you, I could do this without looking into a mirror or anything, and I'm just looking at my phone right now. So I have no reflection looking back at me. I have no idea what this is gonna look like, but I could just take this and I could do a low bun, and it can look really chic and really nice. Now, if I had a mirror, I could probably like smooth it more, do like even like a side bun, or I can make it higher, or I could do a messy bun. But if you have really thin hair, you know what it's like when you put your hair back. It's like a little stub. It's a little bit, and it does not look like this thick, voluminous, beautiful hair that you long to have. So they have a lot of colors. It's really inexpensive. And again, if you just want your hair off your neck, or if you're going to a special event, or you're just going out for a really nice dinner and you want to do something with your hair and you want something quick, no fuss, and out of the way, this is a great option. This is a great product. It will save you in a pinch when you're having a bad hair day and you need to go somewhere and you need to do something fast and you don't want to spend $100 on an updo. This is the answer. Category is health, and I'm really excited to talk to you about this one. I'm really leery of supplements that are out there that, backed by celebrities or that, say they're third party tested, and then you look into and it's like, who is this third party that's actually testing it? Really careful with what I put into my body. I'm not perfect, but I do a little bit more research when I'm deciding on especially taking an item long-term. I don't like to take something that I don't think I'm gonna take long-term because like, what's the point unless you have some sort of deficiency. With that said, the first thing I'm gonna talk to you about is the actual shaker bottle. This is the Yeti shaker bottle. This does not come with it. This is separate, so I can link this as well. But this is the best shaker bottle I've ever used. And I've tried a lot of them. And the problem with a lot of them is that they work great at first, but when you put them in the dishwasher, even though they say they're dishwasher safe, they warp and then they leak when you're actually shaking the product. The Yeti one I've had for months now. I have 2 of them. And they have not leaked at all, they have not warped at all, and they still blend really well. And I will link both below. First supplement is protein. Everyone's on a big protein kick. And I've tried it all. I have several different kinds of proteins in my pantry right now, but the one that I've been really loving this summer is the Oath brand. And this is a clear protein, which I never liked before. I think they're gross. I always drink whey protein, like, a vanilla or a chocolate. I'm a big fan of Ninja Creamies, ice creams in the summertime. So this one actually took me by surprise, and specifically the Brazilian limeade and the coconut colada. And what I do is I mix both of these together to give me sort of like a really summery Hawaiian drink. And I usually put more of the coconut than the limeade. So if a serving size is 28 grams, I might use 20 grams of the coconut and 8 grams of the Brazilian limeade. You can mess around with your own recipe, but I mix this with water, and each scoop has 100 calories and 20 grams of protein. I will say with clear protein, you need to shake it up a lot more. Use that Yeti shaker bottle, and I give it a really vigorous shake, and it's foamy, but once it settles, it works really well. It makes me feel like I'm having a mocktail. It tastes really good, and when it's really hot, I don't want that usual vanilla chocolate, milky, lactosey taste in the summer heat. This feels a lot lighter. It still gives me the protein that I need. It's still whey protein. I think you're gonna love these flavors. I did try their pink lemonade too, and that one's really good, but my favorite is mixing the coconut colada and the Brazilian limeade. So good. In addition to the protein that I mix in the morning, I also use creatine. So highly studied. This is not like the perception we had a long time ago, like creatine's only for men. Look it up. It's so good, not only physically, but for your cognitive functions. For perimenopausal women, for older women, like just do your research, look up creatine for women in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. It is so good for you. And so I've been using creatine for about 2 years now. I'm really picky with who I use the creatine from because of the stuff that came out with creatine gummies and it wasn't the correct dosage. So I really like Momentous and Thorne. And I use a lot of stuff from Momentous. It's pricier, but it's NSF certified, and that's really hard for companies to get. There's a lot of rigorous testing. This is a really good brand. What they say is in here is actually in here, and there's proof, and it's not easy for those companies to get that. So I'm more willing to pay a little bit extra for something that I'm putting into my body every single day to make sure I'm actually getting what it says I'm getting. The Thorne one I have is when I'm like traveling somewhere and I don't want to carry, the powder. So these come in really handy individual packets. And it says, lean body mass, muscle endurance, and cognitive performance. And so I take 5 milligrams every day. Ladies, use your creatine. Do your research. Creatine, protein, very, very, very important. And so in the morning, I use my protein powder. I mix creatine in there. And lastly, I also put in collagen peptides, for joint, bone health, skin health. I also use this one from Momentous for hair and skin. A lot of people use biotin. I used to use biotin gummies and it made me break out really bad. Apparently, some people are really sensitive to it and it causes a lot of acne flare-ups. My big morning recipe shake that I drink on the way to the gym is protein, creatine, and collagen. And this and the creatine are flavorless, so it's just a way for me to get everything in one shot. The actual vitamins that I use, supplements, I still stick with Momentous on these two. It's a essential multivitamin and an omega-3. And again, I do pay attention to where things are sourced, and especially when I'm using them every day and when I'm putting them into my body every day. So I want to make sure that it says it's doing what it says it's going to do. And again, these are NSF certified, so I really trust it, and I have a lot of faith that this is doing what it says it should be doing. But the other part of me wants a little fruit snack sometimes. And so my vitamin C I get from Sports Research. It says it's third-party tested. It's not NSF certified, but some of their products actually are, but not the vitamin C. And these are sugar-free, and they don't have like that sugar coating. And I take one, and this one says it's sour. It's a little sour, but not much. And I'm gonna admit, it tastes like a little fruit gummy. So I look forward to taking it. And in my mind, I'm like, well, fully what it says it is in terms of vitamin C. You usually take too much anyway and just, pee the extra out. So 500 milligrams of vitamin C, you only need to take one gummy, and there's 3 grams of fiber in here. So I really like these as well, just to, make sure my immune system's working great. And again, a lot of kids are bringing home so many germs, and I just want to protect myself. For tech items, I have 2 quick ones. First one is this phone stand. And when we go on trips, my husband always drives, and I'm the passenger, but I like to look at my phone, but I do get car sick from looking down. So I really like this to put on, on my car, and I have a MagSafe case, and then I could just look at my phone, watch YouTube videos, and I'm not looking down, so I'm not getting, motion sickness. You could also use this as a driver and stick it on your mount, on your dash, and use it for like maps on your phone, or if you don't have Apple CarPlay, for whatever else you need to stick your phone on here. And it not only has a suction cup, but then it has a locking mechanism. You hear that? That makes it extra secure. So this doesn't, fall off. It stays where it needs to stay. And when it's not in use, it folds down flat so it's not in the way. Next item I have is this really neat retractable cord charger for in the car. I do have a wireless charger in my car, but in my car, but I don't really use that. It's really slow. And then when there's a passenger or when we have the USB-Cs in the back for like iPads and stuff, I didn't want cords hanging all over the place. So this is a great option for me. You pull it when you need it, and there's, two sides. And then when you don't, you just give it a little pull and release, and it's compact. You don't have wires all over the floor, people stepping on them. And this one is 2 USB-Cs, and it's worked out really well for me. Okay, we're almost there. The last category is fashion. And I will admit, I don't buy a lot of clothes from Amazon. I've gotten burned way too many times. I look at the picture or I look at other people's recommendation, and what they show you in the picture and what you receive in is two completely different things. It's fast fashion, okay? And honestly, some of the items on Amazon for their clothing prices, it's actually expensive for what they are. I'm like, this is Amazon, no-name brand, it's polyester. Why is it $60, $70 for a dress? Like, I'm not into that. But I do find pieces that I occasionally like, so I wanted to share a couple of them with you. The first one are these dress shorts. They're white, and so I've been looking at white shorts, I feel like all summer long, if you've probably seen my other videos. And I wanted one that looked dressier, but I don't want to spend a lot of money on it because I am 100% prone to staining all the time. And so I wanted a cheaper option, and this one is definitely that. They're belt holes, so you can use a belt with it. And then there's elastic on the back, so you have that stretchy feel. This is in the size medium, and I'm usually a size 6, and I almost always size up in shorts, but I didn't need to on this one. It's very generous. It's not too short. For this price, I'm not worried about it getting permanently stained. It's a really good deal. It's not see-through at all. It is definitely lined. It's definitely polyester. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But for what it is and what I was looking for, I completely expected that. So these are a great option. They have that high-end look with a low price point. Looking for a nice dressier short that you don't have to worry about if it gets stained. This is a great option for you. Next is the CRZ brand. I have a lot of Lululemon. I plan on doing a haul regarding Lululemon in a little bit. But I got this jacket that is essentially a dupe for the Define jacket, and I actually like it a lot better. So the Define jacket at Lulu, I have to size up so many sizes because it's just so tight. It's meant to be that way. This one is not, it gives you that fitted look, but it's not like suction to your skin tight. And this is in a beautiful emerald green color, and it's very soft, it's very Butterluxe. And the brand is it's great. I mean, a lot of people like it. I like it. I have a lot of pieces from them. They are very similar to Lulu in some of their pieces, and at a much more affordable price. There's a lot of stretch to this, as you can see. So it's not gonna be super uncomfortable. It is not overly short, not overly long. It's a good length, and it's a nice light layer to have, while you're wearing your athletic wear. Also, there are thumb holes, which we always love. So there's that option as well. And I really like this one. I thought it was great layering piece. I think it's a great transitional piece as fall is coming around the corner, or if you're wanting to go in the grocery store, or if you just need something to cover up after the gym, this is a great option. Last, but certainly not least, I featured this in another video. These are the Fit Flops, and they've come a long way in their design. I'm remembering the old Fit Flops that were really chunky, and they were advertised as a working out shoe. And I hadn't tried the brand in a really long time, and I saw these this summer, and I immediately grabbed them. They have some cushioning, they have arch support as well. I have really flat feet, and they're really comfortable. I walk hours in these. I could, wear them to the pool. I could wear them with a dress. I could wear them with shorts, and they look like an elevated sandal, but they're Fit Flops. And take a size 11. I believe I stayed true to size on these. Yep, US 11. So I really like these, highly recommend them. They are very comfortable, and they will provide you with arch support. I can't do regular flip-flops anymore like I used to. I can't do Havianas or anything where it's super hard and no support from the ground. So these give me some support and cushioning, and they're a great everyday sandal that can be dressed down or dressed up. Okay, that's all of it. I have way too many Amazon items that I couldn't possibly fit in one video. So if you like this one and if you're interested in more, please let me know. I plan to share more in the future of items that I love by Amazon. If there's an Amazon item that you love, please share it below. I do read all the comments, and you never know, you might influence me to buy something as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.